마주했던 건 wall after wall, yeah. 정해진 길 찾게 되길 난 기다리진 않지.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
it truly gets me every time.
Witty breaking us right as we come back. Last time, there was a lot that happened. You defeated one of the Leviathans, the first time that anyone has killed one in recent memory. The last time since the very tragic battle in which Jini and basically sacrificed most of the squad and their engines in order to bring one down. But you all did it successfully. Came back, had some R&R with your Staff Sergeant Jones, took you all to dinner. But it was kind of melancholy for all of you. And we got to see through the mystery of the game that not everything on the Argo was as it seems. A lot of your siblings and your parents are up to some shit. Some of which I think you all need to check on when we get to this episode. But probably most disturbing of all was when Bishop Price, one of Ginny's mentors, met you after having a meeting. And it was the same person who accosted Haze and Aylin on the first day of our first session. And that is where we begin, as he comes and would like to have a word with Jini, with you all standing there. What do you all say or do? What's your reaction, first of all, especially Haze and Aylin, who know this person in a very different context?
I think, yes, I just rolled for that. I think Haze is shocked and immediately looks to Aylin like, are you, doesn't say anything, but like gives the, are you seeing this look?
Yeah, I'd turn to Ginny and say, do you have to talk to him right now? Like, kind of like with trying to whisper so he doesn't hear it. Do you need to do this right now?
Unfortunately, I always have to do it. It's not really a choice.
We should talk after, right? I'd turn to Haze. Yeah. Do what you need to do, but we gotta have a conversation, and please be careful.
This was us after we told him to hold on.
Yeah, you were in the locker room. He's knocking.
Did he shove his way in?
No. He didn't do anything that uncouth. No.
Oh, so we open the door, see him, close the door immediately. That's basically what I'm imagining now.
Yeah.
That you said that.
Like, are like, not knowing how like soundproof we are, I'd be like, lean into Jini. Do you have to talk to him like right now?
He's only being this nice because the rest of you are here.
All right.
Jesus Christ!
Rolls up sleeves. Okay.
Yeah, Esmeray is not happy about that. She's like,
Absolutely not. I'm gonna be like, actually, give me a second, and I'm gonna open the door and close it behind me, so it's just me and him.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand in front of him.
Yes.
What's your deal? Can't you see we're in the locker room?
Yes. And
So you can't wait 5 fucking minutes? You're banging on the door and being a dick? Who do you think you are, actually?
He kind of puts his hands on his hips and debates. He seems like he's having an internal debate. Says, "This doesn't concern you. I'm not on official business. I'm here to talk to Jini."
Well, if you're not on official business, then you can definitely wait. Unless it's an emergency.
He narrows his eyes. "If you would like this to become official business, I'm sure that could be arranged."
I'm sure I could arrange some official business for yourself.
oh Lord.
So how
Ye-
about you give us 5 and go fuck off for a little minute? I'm trying to talk to my squad, and you're making it difficult. I don't appreciate that.
Jini,
Also, the next
I'll
time
be
you
in my
decide you put your-
office.
Yeah. And before he goes, I'll like lower my voice, and if you ever put your fucking hands on me again, I will break your face. And I'm not even gonna wait for him to respond. I'm gonna go back into the locker room and shut the door behind me.
Sounds like Defy.
Damn fucking right it is.
No.
One's
I got
violence
2
again?
pips in that now!
Double pip.
The consequences of my actions. I got a 3 and a 1.
No.
Oh,
No.
He will just turn as he's walking and just kind of do the old and walk away.
Okay.
Bitch. I'm gonna fucking kill that guy.
Mm.
That's Mandy saying that. Not Nate.
wait, you really said that to him?
No.
To like hug
Put them right in his
me.
face.
That's me saying I'm gonna kill that guy.
That was certainly
Not
loud
Haze.
enough for all of you to hear.
I turned off my prosthetic ear, and then I'm wearing an eye patch right now, so that way we had like maximum privacy. But like Ginny's totally like ear to the good ear to the door, like, oh my god.
I'm under you and up against the door doing the same thing. Just very
Just
Scooby
got
Doo.
our arms crossed, just like, oh, Lord.
When I open the door, I just see you all standing.
We are
Utter
ear
confusion.
first and everything.
Are you okay, Haze?
I'm fine. He's about to not be.
I certainly hope you know what you're doing.
Jenny, do you?
You
All
have any
due
idea
respect,
who
do you
that
know
guy
what you're
really
doing?
is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you know about Bishop?
Well, you all have families, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know what happens when orphans get put in the system?
Do I?
I will.
Do I have any idea?
I will let
think-
you
I don't know.
decide what your character knows, but it's essentially it's kind of a foster care of sorts.
I don't know that Haze is fully aware of that.
Yeah,
Esmeray would
you can
nod.
decide.
Haze is pretty
She would
privileged,
nod.
so I kind of feel like she wouldn't understand the full scope.
Yeah, I don't think I would know.
I don't
Yeah.
think I would either.
Well, the military takes care of you. Usually the whole time. From however old you are when you are in the system. So, for a lack of better terms, that is more than my sponsor. Certainly not a father, perhaps, but you know.
But he's
I
banging on the door of the locker room and harassing you?
that is just his behavior.
That's insane. That's
Is
abusive.
that is my entire life.
And so what you know of Bishop is... So he works for the military.
Yes.
That's what he says.
Remember that
Yes.
sketch I showed you of the badge?
Yes.
That's the guy.
What the?
That's who came up to us.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure of it.
It's definitely him. Unless he has a fucking twin running around, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Considering how pushy he was just now, and the fact that when he tried to accost me, he grabbed my arm. Pretty sure they're the same person.
Well, that would explain a few things. Bishop has always been ambitious.
Scary.
Yes, well, he laid claim to me the moment I was picked. So it's been 12 or 14 years now.
And you didn't know about that? About his other affiliations?
I am not privileged to know his comings and goings. I know some of it. I only truly know it when it pertains to me sponsor-wise. I believe I am a platinum credit card. But like I get to keep all the debt. Very fun. So don't orphan your children.
Aylin,
Or if-
I would like you to roll analyze for me.
Ooh, I think I have to take the 3.
Okay.
That was a risky roll? Was that supposed to be risky?
The position does not matter.
Oh, you don't have any pips to analyze, do you?
Yeah. No. But what I will say, there's something to what Jini is saying when she's saying, like, she's his credit card.
I don't have a pip and analyze.
I mean, let me think. Yeah, I would say Haze has some insight on this. Go ahead.
Okay. That is a 5.
There are a lot of people in pilots' lives that take advantage of that situation, and it doesn't seem even that uncommon from what you can. And you've seen this pattern, not to anywhere near this extent with your parents. You have a pretty normal relationship, but
Also, like, my brother probably went through some of this stuff, too.
your parents, your dad is high ranked, your mom was a pilot. Aylin's parents are ambitious, and Bishop seems to have some influence. People seem to attach themselves to pilots.
No, Ginny, you're not a kid anymore. I I have a very bad feeling about him.
You should. Do not take any deals he offers you. Or else you'll be stuck like me. And I know my life is fantastic, but not one to be imitated.
Well, how do you get unstuck?
Hopefully I die. But
Hopefully
last time
he
I
dies.
tried last time I tried that, ooh, they brought me back.
Hopefully he dies.
Something tells me that even if he died, I would still be. I would. I am a movable asset. In very not nice terms, because I can't really sugarcoat it anymore. I have been in debt since I was 12 or 14. I'm not sure when that one started. And then putting me back together was extremely expensive. So I need to die. And maybe I'll be truly free of all of this. That's why I'm not choosing a successor.
Just promise me you'll be, I don't know, careful. If he says anything to you about other organizations or tries to pull you into anything or...
Oh, I can dodge as much as I can. But at some point he can just put me in whatever he wants.
Again, what if that guy dies?
I'll
Haze
just be
looks,
moved.
Haze looks like she is seething angry, but doesn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
I turn to Haze. Well, I feel like we're not done having conversations with him.
If I have anything to say about it, any conversation he starts is going to get cut short.
You might want
Yeah.
to be just a little bit careful with that. He's a petty man, and he does not believe in apologies. I don't expect you to be the apologizing type, but I mean, you also have ambitious parents. If they can't go for you, you'll just go for them.
How do you mean?
This man plays 4D chess with himself on a regular basis. This is his battlefield, and his battlefield is constant.
Haze, there is a very bad clock that advanced as a result of this sequence of events. I will give you an opportunity to stop it with Clock Stopper if you would like.
I would like to stop that clock, actually. So I say, no, it does not advance.
Okay. I will make sure you make note that on the next mission you won't have it. Oh wait, it's transcendent, so you'd have to transcend to do it. But I will let you.
Oh, I would have to transcend to do it. That's
But
true.
if you would like to do it, I will let you do it and use one of your transcendent actions. But it's up to you.
Well, wait a second. Mechanically, you can't hop in and out of transcendence.
I would make an exception here.
You could have done it as a statement point of like, fuck this guy. Don't you ever fuck with me again kind of thing. That's part of your intimidation.
Normally, you can't use transcendent abilities outside of missions, but this is an adversarial situation and a significant clock, so...
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Mark
I
it
can only
off.
do it once per mission, so I'll use
Yes.
up a transcendent point.
Okay. Then it is not. Continue.
What does that look like in regular everyday conversation is my question.
You tell me.
Probably my hair and my eyes glow when I tell him to fuck off, basically.
Not only was Haze seething, but glowing, and then hair literally changing color.
Just when I was not I did not say changing color.
Okay, well, my bad.
I did not use those words. Yeah, because I feel like that's what it looks like when I'm in the mech.
Hmm.
So, just glowy kind of shit. Obviously I stopped that before going into the locker room.
Do you all get changed and disperse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I told them, recapping, I told them all about what I learned from my visions and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to pull Esmeray aside before she leaves.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, do you have a minute?
Of course. What's wrong?
So you know how I was telling everybody about the... And others can be present for this, I don't mind. It's not a secret. But in my vision, in my flashback, the pilot being interrogated and tortured was you.
I see.
I need you to be careful, as.
I will do my very best.
Yeah. This probably goes without saying at this point because we've known each other for so long, but I'd rather not lose you too, so please check in with me if you can. I have no way of knowing when that happens, if it's gonna happen in this time, if it is from a different time. I don't understand all this still.
Well, hopefully. It was only a past thing and not an upcoming thing. Although I'm sorry you had to see it at all.
Don't
I
let
will
your
check
guard
in.
down.
Of course
you.
not.
I'm gonna give her a half hug.
She will hug you.
All right. Well, yeah. I should. I got some stuff I gotta take care of.
Of course. Do take care of yourself as well, please?
I will. They're probably already gonna drag me off after what I just did.
Well, I'm only a call away.
I know. I'm gonna take my leave.
I believe, Jini, you are expected somewhere.
Don't like it. Don't like it. Is she going by herself? Is Jini going by herself?
I don't think Jini would stop y'all, but
Esmeray's
besides,
going.
yeah, I'm like, if
She's
you want to
going
come,
with you. She's like,
If you-
no, I don't like this.
all right, field trip. I guess the only time Jini has to stop you is if, I don't know, I'm expected in an office. I might have to be like, you gotta wait outside. because
And she will be outside that door waiting for
Yeah.
you to come out. And if you don't
Mhm.
come out in X amount of time, she's going in.
field trip.
Okay.
Oh, I will take off the eye patch and like turn my ear back on. I don't
Okay.
think I don't know if they're bugged or not, but I just don't trust
Just have a
anything that the government's
suspicion.
gonna give me. Yeah.
Yeah.
They totally put a tracker up my ass. Like, I know it, guys. I know it. It's probably not in the ass. It's probably like in the bones and stuff. But like, you get what I mean. It's
I can
deep.
feel it.
Hmm.
And Bishop does still have an office in the Vanguard. You head there. It's not super far from where you train. It's in officers' quarters. And he is just sitting there writing notes on paper, which is kind of unusual. Not the most unusual, but a little unusual.
Has he always had paper?
Yes, but you know, he generally still it's pretty rare for people to take notes on paper. But he has used it before.
Would he have wanted Esmeray to wait outside? Or does he care?
Okay, if you were there, I don't think he would take note of you at all. Say,
Well,
Jini.
then she's going in.
Bishop, you wanted to see me.
He'll like then look at Esmeray and then look back at you. Interesting company you keep.
A new team. Can't help if they're all little duckies.
I'm disappointed.
Oh, why is that?
I'm not in their command structure, but still I expected some respect.
I'm afraid I can't control what my team wishes to do.
That doesn't sound like the words of a very good leader, does it?
Well, I'm not necessarily the only leader.
That's weak. You're not weak, Jini.
I don't know, this back's not what it used to be.
Getting to ripe old retirement age, huh? Well, let's see what we can do about that. I need you to
That-
do more appearances, Jini.
Yes, I figured.
So, and he hands you a schedule of interviews, talk shows, PR recording. It's like 3 or 4 hours every day. On top of your normal schedule, that's going to be pretty rough. You can just see it. Problem for you?
Oh, but can I know why it's increased so much?
Leadership is worried. Conscription hasn't been necessary in a while, but recruitments are down. People's spirits are dwindling. Your kill has certainly helped, but there's not enough enthusiasm. There's not enough zealotry and adoration for the war effort. We can't allow defeatism to proliferate in the Argo. We need heroes like you.
Yes. Well, what's the theme this time? It was much easier with Jean. She literally had angel wings.
You're not getting along with your new engine?
Getting along perfectly fine. but it's very hard for children to connect when the closest thing I have to angel wings is just like 8 arms.
Have there been any incidents?
Such as?
Such as them trying to consume another human being?
There have been none.
Keep it that way. It's not very good for business. You don't like rumors like mechs turning on their pilots floating around, do we?
We do not.
He looks to Esmeray, and I suppose that we don't need any lessons about what loose lips do on this particular ship.
Of course not.
Good. Then I'll see you tomorrow.
I give him a semi-enthusiastic salute. It is extremely sarcastic. And I will take my schedule and I will go.
Esmeray follows.
And when we like exit the room and like turn the corner into the hallway, I'm just gonna look at you with a very I'm trying to think of words for this expression, but it's very grim, and just say, I'll tell you everything later.
Please do. I'm here for a reason.
And we will
Fine.
pivot to someone's downtime. Does anyone have something they would like to help the station with? Anyone they would like to check in on?
I want to go see my sister.
Oh. I see we're checking out more sussy bakas. Wonderful.
What's going on with my baby sister? I am the concern. She's getting herself into trouble, and I don't like it. I put her in that space so she wouldn't be in trouble.
Let's see. You're going later that day after you get done with some more of your
Yeah, it's
drills, routines.
Yeah.
One sec. You head over to her laboratory and you see it's empty and she is asleep, her face on a desk, and she's sitting there like literally face down.
Well, I would have brought a latte. Because I know she likes her coffee. And clearly she needs it. I just walk up to her, put the cup down beside her, and put my hand on her shoulder.
She kind
and
of
give her
stutters, shakes awake. She's like, oh, Esmeray.
Vi, you okay? What's going on with you?
They just have me working a lot of shifts lately.
And that's it?
Yeah, that's
Really?
it.
Really?
Sounds like you would like to perceive her?
Yeah.
Empathize?
I perceive. And she just says, like, you've called me crying. And you're telling me that it's just because you're stressed with more work. 3, god damn it.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff, but it's not important. You're the one that people should be worrying about.
You might think it's not important, but I think it's very important, so tell me.
It's just every new problem is just another thing to keep us from getting eaten by the Leviathans, that's all. It'll be okay, sis.
Has anyone been giving you any problems? Putting extra kinds of pressure on you?
She kind of bites her lip and is like, just drop it, Esmeray.
Drop it. You really expect me to drop it?
Yeah. You won't, but I wish you would.
Are you safe?
Uh-huh.
You're not going to tell me the whole truth, are you?
I don't think that would do us either any good, sis. You've got enough problems, and I've got to take care of myself. Not everyone can have their ascended sister come in and rescue them every time they get into trouble. I'll figure it out.
What's the point of having a sister if you don't lean on her when you need help?
Okay. If it gets worse, I'll let you know. Is that okay?
All right, I'll take it. But you swear to me that if anyone causes you any kind of problems, or this does get worse, you call me immediately. Do you understand?
She holds out her hand, says, I'll pinky swear.
She'll pinky swear with her.
And then she'll pick up the latte and start drinking.
Good. Is she still sitting?
Mm-hmm.
Esmeray will just kind of lean down and kiss the top of her head. And she's just like, all right, well, obviously you need some sleep too, so please take care of yourself. Coffee can only fix so much.
Yeah, I'll, just, 1 or 2 more runs and then I'll call it a night.
All right, good. I'll talk to you soon, all right?
Hey, I heard about the expanded capacity for the engines. They gonna send you on recovery missions now?
Possibly. That's what I'm hearing.
Be safe.
Of course. I will do my damnedest to always come home to you, you know that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna forgive you if you don't.
I'm sure you will drag me out of whatever afterlife I end up in through one of your experiments, and I probably wouldn't be mad at it.
No, I'll strap on a spacesuit, go into the black, and drag you back myself.
All right, well, I can't let that happen now, can I? So clearly I'm coming back.
Good.
I love you.
I love you.
And she will leave.
And unbeknownst to Esmeray, you see her baby sister start crying as soon as she leaves.
Damn it.
Who's next, friends? Hannah, Aylin.
Anna, you wanna go?
Yeah, I've been trying to think through mine as well.
Oh, if you're not ready, I know what I'm gonna do. If
Go
I
ahead, Aylin.
I would like to visit Prometheus.
Ooh,
Haven't had a chance really.
love it. Let me go find him.
I'm that big boy.
You gonna tell him about your day?
Yeah. Like I do.
And you go through the lifts, the transports to the hangars, walk down past your other squad mates' mechs, and see Prometheus standing there, scarred, noble, weapon resting against the wall. Massive. This thing is still dwarfs human buildings. And it kind of follows you with his head as you walk in.
Prometheus. Yeah, I feel like as soon as she starts, as soon as she says it, she starts to tear up, and she's just she's so in a rhythm of having conversations with him. She's like, I've just had a really weird day, and just plops into his hand.
Yeah, he'll pick her up with both hands and onto the shoulder.
Yeah, she curls up against him like she usually does, and is like, there's this whole thing. I went to see my sister, and I was already feeling weird about it because I just wanted her to be proud of you. I wanted her to be excited about what we did. We killed the Leviathan. You were there. You were amazing. You were incredible. You're always incredible, and it was so good. And I just wanted to share that with her. But then it was weird. She was talking about this research thing, and it gave me weird vibes. But then the thing about my mom, and then Bishop is so bad. I just wish we could kill him. That's a terrible thing to talk about, killing people. I'm not supposed to kill people. I'm supposed to... Oh, Prometheus. And she's just going to lay her head down.
You feel the emotional equivalent of the there, pat on the back.
I'm sorry. I just come in here and I'm just dropping all this... How are you? I'm sorry. How are you?
You see head turned sideways and then kind of a shrug.
Yeah. That's fair. You're talking about us finding other engines. That's kind of exciting. I'm kind of excited to get out of here too. I just feel there's just so much going on. I don't know.
Who?
How do you feel? Who?
Who?
Who? What engines we're gonna find?
He nods.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know who's out there. I could ask. You thinking about any in particular?
You feel like it pains him to think about which ones in particular.
Sorry, we don't have to talk about that. I can let you know what I hear though. I could ask.
He nods again.
I'm just hoping I'm not too distracted between this bishop hourglass stuff, and I don't know what's up with my mom. I need to go talk to my mom. I'm scared to be honest.
Very, very gently, as his hand is larger than you, he will put his finger against the side of your head and ever so gently push your head up and your chin up, like literally pushing your chin up.
You're right. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be what it's gonna be, and I just have to find out what it's gonna be, and then I can do what I gotta do once I know what it's gonna be. You're right, Prometheus. You're always right.
I chose you.
You did, and I respect and love you enough that I just have to believe that I will understand why. I know that you wouldn't do anything that, I don't know. You always know what you're doing. That, yeah, it'll be fine. You did.
He nods again.
Yeah, it's funny. When I was talking with my sister and telling her about everything that was going on, and it's coming out, and I'm so excited, and I can't help it, but I can just feel her. I don't know if it's jealousy. I wouldn't blame her. I understand, but I just had this moment where I thought about if she were in my place, if she were with you, and I just, for the first time in a while, I did feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be, because I just can't imagine anyone else with you, to be honest. So
You feel
just trying to
him-
imagine her in my place.
You feel him shift a little bit, and you feel melancholy, but confidence.
I'll curl back up against his shoulder and just have a big sigh. Just, yeah, it'll be okay. We'll figure this out. I'll let you know about if I hear anything about who we're gonna go recover, and I'll let you know about my mom too.
Save them.
The engines?
All of them.
Of course, Prometheus. Everyone that we can.
He nods again.
She'll curl back up in her spot.
Sleep, child.
And she does. It's like her favorite place of rest, and she'll just sort of drift off. Take a nap.
Roll your links with your engine. I think you could use confess. You could use empathize. You could use perceive.
I do confess, and I remind me. Okay, so for mine being unlikely hero, I think I add an extra die to that. Okay,
Let me look at your sheet. I can't remember.
I think that's what it is.
This is me being a noob and not working with Unlikely Hero that often. Yes, you do.
Perfect. No, why did I roll so bad? A 1 and a 2?
It's
Oh,
fine.
no.
You still
Sucks,
get
man.
you still get 2 links with Prometheus. So add those 2
Roll
links
20
to your
curse.
sheet.
Roll 20, my god.
I
Cursed.
have these for the rest of the game.
Trying to snuggle with my giant
You know, we're
neck.
starting off with 3 failure rolls. Actually, 4 failure rolls if we count the offline rolls. So, you know, we're off to a great start today. That just means that
Woof.
when it comes to critical things, you're all going to roll critical successes.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Put that into the universe, right?
Yeah, we just put that out there.
Snuggle with my robot. My God.
GMs, don't root against your players. They have it hard enough out there on their own. Crits only.
Get ourselves into enough danger.
Yeah.
Hannah, Jini, I believe, have... Oh, no, Jini has none left. Hannah has some.
Yeah.
Haze
I've got
has one also. Okay, go ahead.
So since there's been all this talk about like going to recover engines and whatnot, I figured I'd help out with the observatory. Yes, like if we're depending on like what the mission's calling for, if there's things like trying to track, any of these other monstrosities that we fought before, especially seeing the one that kind of felt like it had evolved in some way, trying to lend some of like my expertise any way that I can for scouting out danger and things like that. I figured you might try to make use over time.
How would Hannah help out with the observatory in getting that done? You tell me.
So like in our last fight, there was like the whole taking full account of what we were fighting and how it had evolved, everything like that, and trying to keep track of like where it had flown off to, things like that, trying to lend from her perspective, like what might not have been necessarily caught on, like how like basically off from the ship's observations, things like that. So like how her personal accounts might be able to shed some light on things like that.
Okay. You head to me. I gotta check my notes. Give me a second. You head down to the research core, not that far from where Esmeray's sister works, and report in your findings about this Leviathan compared to others, as a way to hopefully help them get leverage in order to get the observatory built. I guess that would be analyze. You can roll analyze.
Position doesn't matter.
Nope.
If I have both tips, does that mean anything?
Let me look at your sheet.
Sorry.
Yeah, you'd roll, it'd be the 2D, but you can just click analyze and it'll go for you.
Okay.
What was it? What was it? What was it? Hey, a partial.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be 2 ticks on the upgrade for observatory. And they are grateful. You see, even while you're talking, people are eagerly writing down the information, well, typing down the information, asking you follow-up questions about its biology, if it seemed to evolve and adapt during the battle, where were its weak points, how did you actually defeat it, all these types of questions. Essentially, things that would be in your mission report. Eventually, they talk about, oh, we'll need to requisition the report. They'll file that with the Vanguard. But they are all very, very thankful. And I'm gonna add a positive clock.
Hooray.
Which is going to be making friends in the research core.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna tick that twice out of 6. Does anyone else have an activity? Yes,
do.
Haze.
So I assume my meeting, if I've been summoned for said meeting, is a free play thing, correct?
Yes. You mean a meeting
Okay.
with Bishop
Or whoever from the
from the
Hourglass.
Hourglass?
Yes. I think before even worrying about any of that, although I do want to do that, I want to go bond with Paladin.
Okay.
I promised him I would visit more, and that's what I'm doing.
Paladin sits there, and you feel joy upon entering.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll walk on the catwalk again, so we're face level.
He nods to you.
Hey.
He'll wave.
Hey, we did great that last mission. I know I said it, when we got back, but we did really well. You and I.
We did.
We're gonna go find another one soon. Another engine. I don't know. I can try to find out, but I don't know. But looks like I'll really be making good on my promise if we're traveling for, weeks. Or however long it takes to get the engine.
We'll do it together.
Right. Paladin. I know there's not a lot you can say, but I could really use some help with all this stuff in my head.
He kind of gives you a puzzled look. Go on.
So I've kind of picked up on the fact that our power together isn't exactly, well, your power, I guess, isn't super speed. We manipulate time. But I get all these flashes of what I think is other times. Things that have happened or will happen or are happening. I don't know how to tell what's what.
Humans create, humans destroy. Engines create, engines destroy. Leviathans destroy all.
So, what does that mean? The outcome's the same and it doesn't matter what I see?
It's like you can feel his mind is trying to work through molasses to try to express himself in a way that you'll understand.
Can I like climb to his hand or something so that I can touch him rather than standing on the catwalk?
If you ask, he'll hold out his hand to you. Or if you walk towards him, he'll hold out his hand.
Yeah. I'll walk onto his hand. And I like touch one of his fingers because it's probably taller than I am.
Yeah, his hand is
just
like
a single-
boat.
Yeah. I'll walk to the edge of his palm near where his fingers meet his palm and just touch. Can you tell me this way? I say while I touch his finger. Because we're making contact with each other.
You get flashes of a few different things. The first is of Leviathans being killed. No sense to it, just one, another, different pilots, different engine involved. Some you've seen, some you haven't. You get another flash, again, people being tortured in dark rooms, but then also people being hoisted on shoulders, confetti parades through the streets. And then you get a vision of what you, Mandy, would know is something similar to a Dyson sphere. You might, Haze may or may not know what that is, but an enormous megastructure in space, and then other huge megastructures, star ladders, enormous ships the size of planets, and then engines walking in and on some of these structures, and then Leviathans, visions of Leviathans destroying these.
They killed your people too.
Yes.
That's why you're here.
Yes.
Did you always need pilots, or are we a new addition for you?
Are you still upset that Prometheus did not choose you?
That's such a tough question. I think in this moment, Haze is gonna say no.
And you feel an overwhelming feeling of empathy and love. And then it takes Paladin a while, but he's struggling through. If you saw a child in trouble, wouldn't you move it out of the way of a moving train?
Yes. Of course.
We don't need you. We want you.
To band together against a common enemy.
Engines create, engines destroy. Humans create, humans destroy.
Two halves of the same coin. I need to be able to parse through time. And I guess that'll come with practice and acceptance that this is what it really is, and it's not just something I do for myself.
I am old. You are young.
She nods.
Learn, watch, grow.
Okay. I will. And I think she'll proceed to, I don't know, talk to him about her visions.
Hmm.
The different things that he's shown her that she's seen without him. She's gonna talk about Bishop.
Paladin doesn't seem to care that much about Bishop when you show him. Yes, there is a slight tinge of disdain, but not malice or hatred. It's kind of a negative indifference.
And I think when I talk about him, I'm like, don't like how he talks to Jini. It's not right.
Humans destroy.
I know. But it would be nice if he would stop kicking somebody while they're already fucking down. She deserves better than that.
He has no engine.
Yeah, I imagine there's a reason for that.
He
And
nods.
I think that's I think that's probably a good place to fade out from that scene. But when I leave, I want to check my phone. Whenever I do leave him, I want to check my phone and see if I have a meeting set.
You do, and it is the next day, but before you're supposed to set out on your mission, so you have time.
Okay. Cool.
Roll your attribute of choice for
Oh, yeah.
bonding with Paladin.
Definitely confess. Confess or analyze, I guess, could work. I have the same amount of pips in each, but
It feels more like confess to me, but it doesn't matter since mechanically. But flavor it how you will.
that's a 4.
Okay, add 3 links to Paladin.
Can I spend a couple of the links that I have to reduce my stress?
You can.
Is it 1 link per 2 stress? Is that how it works?
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. I'm Gucci.
Does anyone have any downtimes left?
Was the conversation with my sister a downtime?
No.
Okay. Would
Free
me
action.
looking into what's going on there be a downtime?
Yes.
Do some.
That would
Yeah?
be a long-term project. You're trying to figure out why is my sister stressed, basically? Or what's doing this to her, basically?
I want to find out what's going on because she is not telling me. So
This is a
I gotta
pretty
go
small
sister
clock.
mode.
This is going to be a 4-tick clock. How would you try to figure this out?
Esmeray would obviously want to do this as covertly as she could because she wouldn't want to get her sister in any more trouble. But I think she would probably maybe ask around, maybe call in any favors that she has to see if anyone knows what's going on down there. If her sister has any kind of personal contacts, maybe going and speaking to them. Just being sneaky about
that
it.
makes sense.
But
Socially, basically, is how you're just gonna ask around, talk to friends, sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. You know, that type of thing.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
I would say flow is probably the best descriptor for that.
Right. Works for me. A 5.
Okay, so that's going to be 2 ticks on the clock.
Cool.
What you find out so far from asking is that Vidalia has been repeatedly applying for a transfer into medicine, and it has been blocked 4 separate times at this point. And the last time was really hard on her. That's what you have found so far. That doesn't quite explain everything, but it explains some of it.
Okay. Good. Okay. So I don't need to roll any heads yet. Got it.
Not yet. You all, if I could, actually, this is a good thing. Let me set the scene. If I could just get a quick monologue from each of you when you lay your head down in your room. What are in Esmeray's thoughts? We'll start with Esmeray first.
She is obviously very, very worried about her baby sister. If it truly is just a job thing, then that's not really something she needs to worry about. But if there's any underlying factors, maybe her requests being blocked is more of a personal attack than just her not being qualified. And if that's the case, then sister's gonna have to get involved, and I don't think anyone on this ship wants that to happen. But she's mostly just worried about her sister and wanting to make sure that she's okay. Yeah.
Hannah.
I think Hannah's still trying to take in the day. Realizing that this is the first Leviathan that they've killed since everything kind of happened, I think would be, really weighing on her. Probably be little depressing time for her of trying to get to sleep, and after hearing everything that Jini has had to gone through, it's kind of making her reassess a lot, thinking about like how tough everything must have been on Jini as well, but also just happy to be showing some progression since to be able to have taken down a Leviathan's got to be joyous, but also just it's heavy at the same time.
Aylin.
Still, I think, yeah, still, am I still with Prometheus if I made my way back to my...
Oh, up to you.
Think about how much time's
If
passed.
you sleep at night with Prometheus, you could, if that's what you would have done.
I think when I'm having a hard time, that's what I do. So I think I'd crawl into the cockpit and get comfy and just think to myself, Prometheus is right. He chose me for a reason, and I'm gonna find out that reason, and I'm sure going and finding these engines, it will bolster that. It'll start to make more sense to me. I think, I don't know. I could feel it, how much it hurt him to think about who and the possibilities, and I won't press him, but I don't know. Maybe we're going to be looking for someone important, and we'll figure it out. I'll be who I need to be for this team. Jini will be okay, and she won't have to be stuck with Bishop forever, and I'll ask Haze about the things that she's been seeing, and I'm sure she's carrying a lot of weight with that, wanting to make sure that she's taking care of all of us. But someone's got to take care of her too, and we'll figure it out. We'll always figure it out. And then she's gonna start to nod off and think to herself, Yeah, it's fine. I got this. Just pass out.
Haze.
Yeah, I think Haze is just trying to parse out all the information that's been dumped into her brain in the last 48 hours. Between figuring out sort of, kind of, who Bishop is, or at least connecting dots at this point, or starting to. The visions, worrying about Esmeray, worrying about Jini, worrying about everyone. Now worrying about this meeting that she doesn't want to do. I think regretting her tendency to be the typical military yes man sort. And I think had she realized what she had gotten into, she probably would have told Bishop no to a meeting. Not that that probably would have mattered, but she's kicking herself for it anyway. But yeah, she's in her apartment, but she's just kind of laying awake, wishing she wasn't there. I think she would have preferred to stay in the hangar, but decided against it. Yeah.
I'm muted. Yeah, I feel like all of you are starting to feel more comfortable with your engines over time. Jini.
Hello.
How are you feeling as you drift off to sleep on this evening?
Oh, I'm not sleeping much. That's for sure. I am in and out of disassociating on this pillow. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Esmeray, we start with you. You grab a latte for you and your sister, wake up early.
Mhm.
And after delivering it, she says, hey, she seems like she's feeling a little bit better than the day before. Exchange a quick word before she has to get to work. The lab is filled with people, 12 different researchers all together, and you head off to bond with your engine.
Yes.
Tethys awaits you.
Mm.
The first in line.
Mm-hmm. I think she'd walk up. Yeah, to like the catwalks there, eye level. And she's just kind of looking up at him. How are you feeling after our big kill?
He kind of jerk his head. Hungry.
Hungry. Okay. Well, we're just like, all right. Well, maybe the next one you can eat through. Or we're just kind of like, And I think she probably talks a little bit about what's going on. How she wants to be more protective of people, make sure everyone's safe. She was not happy with how that first one went. even though they did make a kill, and that was great, but the start was a bit rocky, and she certainly did not like how close a number of her squad came to getting very badly hurt. So she would just kind of talk to him about that, and just kind of spend time with him, just share energy.
When you talk about the battle, he salutes you like,
You would return.
and you feel mostly a combination of respect, but also slight undertone of anger, not at you, just anger in general.
Yeah, that's fair.
What attribute would you like to use to bond with Tethys?
I think it would have to be empathize, because it's an emotional thing and she's connecting with him.
Okay.
Even though I don't have any in that, but that's okay.
You can push yourself, even though you already have 4 stress, but up to you.
Yeah, why not? I can use the things to get rid of some of the stress.
Okay.
Alright, let's do
So 1 roll 1d.
6.
Alright, 4 links with Tethys.
Yeah. Okay. And it's how much stress per link?
You can use one of the links to get back 2 stress.
Okay. And if I use 2 of them, can I get rid of 4?
You can.
Okay. I'm gonna
Just
do
think,
that.
the thing I would say of all of you when you use links, narratively, obviously burning stress is the easiest possible. But think about how calling on that relationship that you're using the links for is strengthening you in that moment. That's kind of what they represent. So keep that in mind. Haze.
Yeah.
You get a message on your communicator to head to a part of the Vanguard that you haven't been before. It's a sub-level that you've never had a meeting on or been invited to before.
I think when I see that, like, I'll acknowledge it, of course. I already started playing the game. I can't just walk away now. I want to know what they want. I think I'm gonna call or message my father. I might just message him because he's probably on duty.
Mm-hmm.
So that he knows the meeting is happening.
Yeah, you give him a heads up. What exactly does your message say? If you don't have exact words, that's fine. You can just give the general sentiment.
It would just be, I'll give general sentiment. It would basically be like, taking that meeting we talked about.
Okay.
And that's it. Like, no details.
He would essentially just be giving a confirmed receipt message without saying anything.
Mm-hmm. Also, I don't know if this is feasible or not, but I would try to reach out to Paladin if I can, to, like, I don't know, share just the general feeling of, like, it's happening, rather than saying anything, because I don't think I can. I don't know if that's feasible.
Give me a second. I think it's probably feasible. I'm just going to, let me see.
I can roll if you want.
No, I just want to, it's a very reasonable thing to do. I was just checking to what ability I think You could talk to it via radio message, or if you're close enough, you could
Oh.
kind of like project your emotions to it. Either way.
Okay. Yeah, I'd radio message him, I guess. I probably have like a communicator that I use when I pilot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all of us would have that,
Mhm.
probably.
Yes, very much so.
Just to tell him, you probably already know this, but I'm going to that meeting now.
You get a feeling back of love and empathy again. It's becoming a more frequent emotion between Paladin and you.
And I'll head to the sub-level.
What good background
Dress,
do I have for
normal
this?
dress type uniform. I want people to see me. I'm not trying to hide that I'm going somewhere.
Yes, this background, yes. You see, essentially the room that you see before you. It is confined, illuminated, and a small glowing object deep down a tunnel. And you see that there are 4 soldiers in unmarked uniforms, very similar to what you saw Bishop in that first day. And Bishop himself just sitting at a seat on the floor with a seat opposite, no table in between. And he says, Frost, I'm glad that you could make it today.
Bishop, I already agreed to do this, so I am a soldier of my word.
He nods. Good. This will be painless.
I would expect it to be, I say as I sit down.
Have you ever been down here before?
No, sir.
Are you an engine pilot?
Yes, sir.
What's your engine's name?
Paladin.
Good. Have you engaged in any behavior to inspire sedition against the government of Argo?
She looks confused. No, sir?
Have you ever threatened a superior officer?
She thinks. She doesn't know if Bishop is a superior officer. No, sir. Not to my knowledge, sir.
Do you regret becoming a pilot?
No, sir. This was my dream, sir.
Are you still upset that Prometheus didn't choose you? The tone of voice he uses is exactly the same.
Oh no. No, sir.
Do you want to strangle
ask-
me?
That's not the word I would use, sir.
What word would you use?
Personally, I just wish you would be nicer to certain individuals, sir. That's all.
He makes a note into a data pad that he's holding on his lap. It says, I will take that under advisement. She's been through a lot, hasn't she?
She's a hero, sir. I feel she deserves better treatment. And
What-
Haze really means that. Whatever they're using to monitor her, she really means that.
Yeah, it feels very much like a polygraph interrogation, but they didn't put anything on you. They didn't scan you. You just
That's
sat
fine.
down. Do you know the name of Jenny's previous engine?
Do I know? I would know because I had posters of her, right?
Aki, would people have known the name of your previous engine? I believe yes is the answer to that.
Because you're famous. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's where I got like all of my nicknames from.
Yeah.
Archangel comes from Jean.
Yeah.
Jini of Arc comes from Joan. It just so happens that bitch's name sounds like Joan. So like it's that. It's actually Jean, like yellow, the color in French.
Okay.
That was the
So-
primary colors.
Joan, hopefully I'm saying that right.
Good.
Hopefully Mandy is saying that right.
Are you aware that both the Central Authority and Hourglass Network is capable of in-depth surveillance devices?
That does not surprise me, sir.
Good.
Given until you approached me, I thought your organization was a ghost story, sir.
We're almost done here. Just a few more routine questions. What was the reason for humankind's exodus from Earth?
Do I actually know the answer to this question?
No.
I'm not sure, sir. Is that something I should be aware of?
What were the names of the other vessels that left Earth at the same time as the Argo?
If that's common knowledge, I'll list them.
It is common knowledge.
I don't have the doc up right now,
but,
Frank. I can pull it up.
I will. The Oasis, the Haven, the Solace, and the Sojourner.
I will repeat those names.
How many of them are still in existence?
To our knowledge, just the Argo, sir.
Good.
Isn't that right?
Yes. What powers the Argo?
Do I know the answer to that?
No.
I'm not an engineer. I'm not an engineer, sir. I couldn't tell you.
Mm-hmm. Why was the Vanguard founded?
To fight the Leviathan.
Good. And why does the Hourglass Network exist?
I would love for you to tell me that, sir.
It doesn't.
Fair enough.
You're going to get a message to enter a recovery mission to recover Joan and 2 other engines that were lost several years back. It's going
May I
to
know the
take
names
you.
of the other engines, sir?
Frank wrote them
To,
down.
to
but can't
motivate the
find them.
engines, sir. I know they will do whatever is needed, but
Frank
expect it
cannot
will
find them,
last.
but I will tell you all during the break. They are both Greek inspired.
Okay.
Not surprising. Well, as long as you keep all of these things in mind and you answer truthfully, you won't need to hear from me again in an official capacity.
May I ask a question, sir?
You may.
Why did you call me here? Just to ask me questions?
I don't much like how your squad has been conversing lately. And I just would like to remind you of what's at stake. You are the best hope for humanity. It doesn't do good for you to start questioning things that don't need to be questioned.
With all due respect, sir, I would expect that you would treat the last hope for humanity with more humanity.
When I think you all can handle it, I will.
I think you would be surprised, sir. Last I checked, we are all on the same side. Is that not right?
Depends how far you zoom out, soldier. Fine. I'll give you a crumb, and how you handle it will let me know whether or not you can be treated with a little bit more humanity. How does that sound?
That sounds fair, sir.
The Sojourner is still alive. And I want you to think about why no one knows that and why that's good for the Argo. When you're back from your mission, if you have a good answer, I'll see about adjusting the security clearance of Alpha Squad.
Clarification, sir.
Yes.
Am I to keep this to myself?
He smiles.
That's all he does? He doesn't say anything?
Yeah, he doesn't say anything.
Understood, sir.
You're dismissed.
I will stand from my seat. And because it is the formal thing to do, I will salute.
He will salute back.
And I will exit the room.
When you leave, there's no magic pull, there's no memory wipe, there's nothing like that. It's maybe perhaps too clear of a conversation in your head, with a very strange interaction and a lot of things to think about. And we are going to pick that spot to take a 10 to 15 minute break. I hope you all are enjoying Armored Hearts. If you're new here, please drop a follow and join our Discord, discord.gg/MandieRPG. We will be right back, everyone. See you soon.
I'm in danger.
Oh, Lord. All right.
Hey everyone! Hope you're all having a great Tuesday, in for a wild ride. Just for an update for those at home, I told the crew during the break, but the Arrow and Bell are the two other engine names that they have to rescue in addition to Jean. So, yeah. Happy Tuesday. If you're new here, welcome. We're Magi RPG, and this is Armored Hearts, the game of sad, gay mecha pilots. Follow the stream if you're enjoying. You can catch up on our YouTube, youtube.com/MagicRPG. And if you want to know what's going on with this and all of our games, our Discord, discord.gg/MagicRPG. Ooh, that's a good question. What is the population of the Argo? I don't have an exact population, but it is in the millions. It is in the millions, not billions. Is the way to look at it. How far beyond that scale, I don't have an exact number for. If you would like to support the stream, yes, millions. The ship is very big. If you would like to support the stream, you can leave us a tip, and it goes towards our production costs, our artwork, and keeping us for doing the wonderful things that we're doing. This is like an announcement of an announcement, but there's a game that we haven't announced, but we just submitted the artwork for that game that we haven't announced, and it's the same artist that did this artwork, and I've seen the briefs, and oh my goodness, it's going to be insane. I just want to say that. So I am so hyped about something you don't know about, but you'll know about it soon, and it's going to be awesome. It might get announced on Friday. I think they're trying to get a graphic for it. Wow, thank you for the subs, everyone who just subbed. Wait, is that gift subs? I can't see because I...
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Thank
Yeah.
you for the gift subs. That is very nice. Wait, how many gift subs was it?
5.
5.
5 gifted. What am I, Flom? No one's gonna get that joke, but yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And yeah, helping people use our emotes, which are wonderful. So thank you for that. Wait, did I forget any announcements? Oh yeah, and then speaking of Friday, the series finale of Ancestral Blood is this Friday, where the siblings will all try to murder their father and get their happily ever after, and Tracy, as the storyteller, will try to take it all away from them and have them all be miserable for now and eternity, like all capitalist vampires should. Yeah. But that's going to be a really good show. And if you haven't seen Ancestral Blood, you absolutely should. You can see that on our YouTube also. It's a really, really good VTM Chronicle. How are you all feeling? Are you all feeling good?
I am afeared, but good.
Yeah.
Stress.
Is there anything you all would like to take care of before we jump into your mission?
We know it's mission day. Like we know it's like with like we knew like we were gonna be going after engines, but like do we know like today's the day kind of thing?
Tomorrow, but yes.
Or tomorrow.
So you have some time to take care of any last things. So I'm going to give you all, I know you all use your downtimes, but if you have any free play stuff you would like to do before then, I am all ears.
Anna would kind of keep her pre-mission ritual of going and getting flowers for her and for FB. Specifically making sure to include snowdrops, as it symbolizes hope and rebirth, new beginnings, and overcoming challenges.
That is very sweet. And you're delivering them to who? I'm sorry, I missed that.
To my engine. It's
Aww.
like keeping them in like in
To
the cockpit.
FB. Aww.
And the little shrine that she has for her sister in there as well.
That is so sweet.
I have something I want to do, but I realize that it's going to be a scene, so I feel like that it really is downtime, and I should save it for after the mission.
Okay.
Yeah.
Free play doesn't. Doing a scene doesn't count as a downtime action. It can be free play.
Yeah, it depends what it is. What is it?
Discussing with Esmeray about the meeting, because I said I would clarify, which is why I'm like, in theory it's better to clarify as soon as you can, but like mechanically that might be better as downtime. So that's why I'm like, I'm personally fine with whatever the ruling is and how much time we have. So
I think it could be free play, but if you all want to get through the mission, that is fine, and we can do it afterwards. And who knows, we may not get all the way through the mission. It might be a bit, which I will get into right now, as you all on your data pads get the details through the official chain of command that day, and learn. Also, I'm sorry about background noise for a little bit. Literally running a bath for the baby directly above me, but it'll pass soon if you can hear it. I'm sorry about that. You all get a mission that you were supposed to retrieve Joan, Arrow, and Belle. The exact coordinates are difficult to ascertain as we are in space. It has been some time, but they believe that they are all within range of each other after the kind of astral drift. There's enough fuel that they can put in each of your engines that you'll be able to make the trip. Thankfully, because we're in space, if you just turn on your thrusters once, you just go straight and nothing stops you. So you don't need that much fuel to go far. But the issue is that only works in a straight line, and you're going to have to do some searching. So they basically say they can get enough fuel that you can probably do about 1 to 2 weeks of searching, depending on how aggressive or conservative you are with your fuel. But that doesn't count if you end up in a battle and have to use a lot of fuel for that. So they want you to be weary, and if you start to get low, whether you found the engines or not, to turn back. Yes.
I have a question. Are we
Yes.
still going to be within comm range of the Argo?
Not instantaneous comm range. There will be a delay because you are going to go far enough away that it might be a little bit before it won't be a long delay, but it won't be instantaneous like it usually is. And the further you go away, the longer the delay will get. They give the option to Esmeray and Jini, and I'll say it in character. It's up to you two. You all can stay together as a group, or you can split up and cover more ground once you get in the rough area. There's risk to both. You're more likely to be in danger if you're alone, but you can cover more ground. You're more likely to find the engines if you split up and use less fuel, but nothing is certain. So I'll leave it to you. Feel free to make the call.
Esmeray is certainly not a fan of splitting up. She does not like the idea at all. But I don't really like that idea, Jini. What do you think?
I'm not gonna lie. Normally I would say we don't split up. But if we are going to retrieve any engine, if I had to pick one,
I know.
we have a better chance at finding her.
Well, you have your mission. Suit up, and good luck.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, y'all. Okay, I'm like, but look, because
Right.
above table, we didn't really make a fucking choice here.
I was gonna say.
I'm straight up deferring to Esmeray because as a captain, I can't make a captain choice. As an incredibly biased person whose mech is outside, I already know what my choice is.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, so my question, that was what I was going to ask before, is have I had an opportunity to tell the squad who we're looking for? Because until my meeting with Bishop, we weren't privy to that information at all.
No, that's what I was saying. That oh my god, I'm blanking on. Jones would have told you all that. That was him briefing you. So you get a full briefing
Okay.
of the mission and exactly like
Okay.
where in space they're estimated to be.
Okay. So I didn't have to tell them.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
You did not have
Okay.
to. You do
I think I'm
can
just gonna
you'll
keep
have
my mouth shut during all
you'll
this.
have plenty of opportunity to tell them about what transpired if you want to on the journey, as you're going to be. Thank you, Wayward. You are going to be have lots of time on the journey if you want to tell them about what happened, but that is entirely up to you.
How far apart can we be before we have delayed communication?
Someone, I can't actually see who, posted it in chat, but yeah, the speed of light, you can be pretty far. I think the distance between like the Earth and the Moon is only like several seconds delayed. When you start getting to other planets, it's several minutes, and when you start getting like solar system wide, you can be talking about hours. Your engines can get you pretty far apart if you just go in a straight burn in opposite directions. But you won't be going super far, so you'll be able to communicate pretty quickly, almost no matter how far apart you go for this. It's really the communications with the Argo that's at risk.
I'm more worried about us. We're out here. I think, okay. Esmeray would think for a minute because she knows what Jini wants. If we do split up, I think we should just do 2 teams. Not individual. That's not a good idea. At all.
The teams could work.
Right. And what do the rest of you think?
I think that resources aren't infinite, and we should do it in whatever the most efficient way is. Safest and most efficient.
And even if we split up, we won't be that far, right? We'll still be able to, keeping each other in the loop. I think if you guys think it's best for us to go in 2 teams, yeah, that'd be great.
So, I have a question out of character. When this was, when we were being briefed on this, and you said like everything's drifted, it's still like, I guess like how much in like this like basically it's going to be like just like the same theater of battle, it's just drifted further.
Yes.
In a sense. Yeah, Hannah probably would not be looking the best at this point. This is
Could be.
and back in
Welcome,
character.
Raiders.
Like, I don't think we should split up. With what happened last time, I know we should stay together.
Sounds like a vote.
Yeah.
Who wants to split up in teams, in 2 teams, and who wants to stay together? Let's do who wants to split up in teams first. Raise your hand.
I mean, Esmeray's not happy about it, so she's. Yeah, she will, even though she's not happy about it. She'll make it very known she's not happy about it.
I mean, she should make her own decision, I think.
Yeah. That's
Also, Raiders, we're playing Girl by Moonlight. If you like games of queer magical girls in mechs, stay, follow. I hope you enjoy it. They're about to go on a dangerous mission. Also, I have good news for veterans of my games who know that the engagement roll always goes so terribly every time. In this game, you get an advantage, because I realize upon asking Andrew Gillis, who is the creator of this game, about this. In Under a Sea of Stars, you start at tier 3, and it goes down over time. So this is a tier 2 mission, so you're going to get a bonus die instead of having some taken away, so that's 2D. But because you have decided to split up, you're going to get 3D instead.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Dang.
All
You're
right.
gonna roll that with real dice, Frank, instead of using roll 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my Avatar RPG dice too, the special heavy ones. Fire, air, and wind. Or fire, I guess 2 different wind ones. Yeah. All right. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
No.
Eh.
Oh.
Wait, can you see it? I can't see it.
sound
It's a
good
1, a
to
2,
know.
and a 3.
Oh
Fucking
my
hell.
god.
Frank, you are cursed.
I rolled 1D and it was a 6 last time, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Remember, everybody, every game ever is the players versus the GMs.
No.
Yep.
No,
it
it's
truly
not.
is players
Stop
versus
it.
GMs.
No.
Stop
Frank is
it.
the
No.
enemy.
No, it's
Intentionally
not.
So
goes-
much malice, we call
Stop
it
it.
molasses.
Stop it.
Aki and I
I'm
ready to
joking.
throw hands with Frank.
I'm joking, but am I?
Who's going with who?
Are we? I don't know.
Who's going with who? What are the teams
great
of 2
question,
and the
team
team
leader.
of 3? Or I'll do it randomly if you all don't want to make that decision.
He's gonna pick teams like kickball. you,
No, I'm literally going to roll 5 dice.
More experienced pilots should be paired up with less experienced pilots, I think.
I was gonna say it should Esmeray and Jini should be split always.
Yeah.
In this case,
Okay.
and then whoever takes
don't like it,
2 and
but
1 is
yeah.
different.
I like the spice of Esmeray going with Haze and then Hannah, Jini, and Aylin going together.
All right.
Knew it in my
I'm
fucking
down.
back pocket. Like I said, it's always
Yeah.
the GM versus
No.
the player. I knew it
This
in
is
the back of my head. I was like,
antagonistic.
this bitch.
Did you ever think you maybe brought this on yourself, Aki?
I have never done anything wrong ever.
Not even once.
Okay.
Not
Sure.
even once. Especially
Okay.
on this month, March, Women's History Month. I've done nothing.
Put it back in the day.
You all start drifting away. You get up to what is not quite max acceleration, but a comfortable acceleration away. And you don't go in opposite directions because you're going roughly the same place, but you basically go like this, where you veer off, far from the Argo. And just kind of want to ask for all of you, what do you talk about during the first day as you're searching?
will you really quickly, just so I can visualize it again? Sorry, remind me what, say what the 2 teams are again.
I
just
believe
don't want to
Haze and Esmeray, and then the other 3. What do you all say? You can all you're in with communication range with each other, like all 5 of you,
Yeah,
so
we
you can
can all
still
talk.
talk. But
Yeah.
what would you talk about on day 1?
I'd ask everybody, hey, did your engine say anything about this mission? I felt like Prometheus was maybe, and then I'd kind of look around at him, be like, hope this is okay for me to say. Just, I felt a little sadness from him thinking about going out and finding other engines.
Paladin. I mean, I knew this mission was gonna happen a while ago. But Paladin seems eager to find others and wanted to know who.
Yeah, Prometheus wanted to know who too.
I wonder. Makes me wonder. And I say this fully knowing our engines are listening. I can't help but wonder. All of our engines have different personalities and such. Do any engines not get along with each other like people? I mean, obviously you guys are like people. Sorry, it's just a weird concept to think about.
I think it's entirely possible.
You all feel uncertainty from your engines.
I think Hannah's probably a little more disconnected on the first day. Probably not. I think even though it's not actively participating in a ton of conversations, it's a bit more so. I think she's more trying to connect with FB and talking through things.
I think Ginny's a little bit disconnected as well too, for very obvious reasons. But upon that question, it occurs to her she has not asked Aranthe how she's feeling at all. So I think maybe while we're like looking and like Ginny is floating one way and the other two are floating like within, you know, within like barely a boost distance, but just kind of like, you know, the equivalent of going outside to take a call privacy. Judy,
We gotta have the ability to mute, right?
yeah,
Yes,
that's what I was saying. We gotta
definitely.
be able to mute, man. This Discord is now.
Yes, you can
Um,
definitely mute.
Yeah, I would do that and kind of just ask Aranthe, how do you feel?
You would feel nervous energy from Aranthe.
I feel nervous too. Going to be honest, I don't know how I'm going to react. They would not show me pictures. So, I actually don't know how intact she was.
Not very.
How intact were you?
Enough. Don't leave, Ginny.
I don't plan on it. Also, they won't let me. We are unfortunately very stuck together.
Engines don't answer to humans.
Buff tipo girl. Back in. Well, that is a freedom I envy.
You are free.
No. I don't think I ever was.
You are free.
Okay.
Look. And you can see the four hands go in front and just start pointing at the endless expanse before you. Free.
I'm not sure we have the same meaning in mind.
humans.
It's a good place to put it on how fucking awkward day one is.
You spend 30 hours, since if you all remember, you spend 36-hour days, 10 hours sleeping, and don't find anything. Do you all decide to take shifts sleeping, or sleep at once and go into autopilots while all sleeping? I assume none of you feel comfortable to all sleep at the same time, or maybe some of you
No.
can't sleep.
I would say shifts, if any.
Yeah.
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 Agreed.
Don't need to plan any of that out. There's no ambushing you while you're asleep. This isn't insert fantasy game here. Roll perception
would
check
have-
for night watch.
Yeah.
I cast alarm.
I guess. I cast Tiny Hut. We're all safe.
Tiny hut. Okay, listen,
Tiny
most
Hut.
OP fucking spell.
It is
Oh
the most
my-
OP spell.
That's good.
While we're traveling, I'd like to ask also, sort of mute comms, because at first when I was talking to Prometheus about recovering engines, I wasn't sure who, but now that I know, I would like to ask Prometheus if he knows, like, if any of the names of these engines that we're going after are familiar to him.
All of them.
Are you excited to see them? Do you want to talk about what they what they mean to you? Are they friends? I don't know.
I want to help them.
We will, I promise. We'll bring all of them back. It'd be great.
Good. Are you better?
Am I better? Oh. Yeah. It was just a big day. I feel ready. I feel good.
You're brave.
Thanks for me. It's a lot easier to be brave with you. I appreciate that.
You feel, if you could feel a smile, you would feel a smile.
I think that would be a sort of setup that would set me up for being able to take my shift to sleep and feeling comforted. I'd take my rest.
At some point late, Paladin would ask Haze, will you tell them?
Tell them about what?
The lie.
I don't know if I should. I want to. If they're listening, then I think it'd just be putting them in needless danger. What does it mean? Why do they know, but nobody else does? Are they dissenters? Did they find another way?
People.
There has to be a reason.
People lie for. And you see images of someone stealing. You see images of someone getting promoted. You see images of someone cowering as they're being threatened. You see a parent comforting a crying child. people lie.
Somehow I don't think this time is for the right reasons. But I don't know what it means. I don't know enough. If they're always listening, what am I supposed to do? They're probably listening to this conversation right now.
No, they are not.
He knew about our conversation, Paladin. He asked me about Prometheus.
No, I knew. We
What?
knew. I see, you see, we see.
I don't understand.
Things now, things then, things yet to be, things that could be. We
Different
see.
times.
I am old. You are young.
Paladin, did you have a leader when you were with the other engines?
No, no leader.
I feel like you would be a good one.
We are powerful.
We are.
Sleep.
Okay. And I will go to sleep.
You wake up at various times, greeted by the cold black of space. Nothing still. Hours, nothing. You have rations, you have water. Your engines doing their best to keep you company. But this is the longest you've ever been in your engines consecutively. This is the furthest you've ever been from the Argo. Halfway through the second day, you get a message, all of you hearing it, from Staff Sergeant Jones. Status report, Alpha Team.
Nothing yet.
Stay the course or come home.
How long have we been gone?
Day and a half. Well, considering a day is 36 hours, a day and a half, so like 3 days Earth time.
I vote we keep looking.
I agree.
We have enough fuel.
I agree.
You all push on. Eventually, you finally see some signs of a battle from long ago. It looks familiar to you, Jini.
Oh my god. Okay.
You see torn bits from your friends' engines. Nothing that could even, not even a full hand or a full finger, but you recognize the colors, just as you would never forget what your engine looks like and could spot any shred of their metal. You recognize them as engines, just pieces. And you see trails leading in a few different directions from where you are, but you think you must be in roughly the right area. You and Esmeray.
Calms on. I recognize this metal
So we're in the right spot then. That's good.
somewhere.
A few seconds later, the rest of you would get the same message. Or, yeah.
Well then.
You do know, right, Jini?
Oh, we will see. This is uncharted territory for me.
Can we use our mechs to try to detect like larger pieces of engines specifically? Like
Yeah.
can engines track other engines?
It's an interesting thought. Let me think about that.
I have another suggestion.
Go ahead.
Okay, we have found we have found an area. We know that this is the correct area, and we've also regrouped. So in theory, now we can actually search as a group in clusters. And if we do so, the special ability synchronized, in which if we were to do a group thing and I lead, we can count multiple sixes as criticals. So I'm
yes,
suggesting we
that
do a
is-
group search.
That is all reasonable. I want to come back to Mandy's question. Mandy, is that to ascertain which engines these are, or like where the rest of the pieces are in a kind of meta spiritual way?
Where the rest of the pieces are.
Okay.
I wasn't really viewing it as like a meta spiritual way, unless that. I don't know. Can I? Well, I guess I can't do this if I'm not transcended. I don't know. I feel like Paladin or any of our engines. I don't know. It just makes sense to me that they would have scanning capabilities of some kind.
So they could scan and try to. It would be difficult, but you could try to determine based on the drift where some of the other pieces might be. I would say that that's very viable. But yeah,
The group action's also fine.
yeah. You can do both, in fact.
Yeah, I was
do
gonna
you
say
wanna-
arguably they could be the same thing.
Do you want to call the rest of the team back, Jini?
Yeah. That was an Aki answer. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm feeling like that hamster meme right now.
So for Esmeray and Haze, it would take you the better part of the rest of day 2 to get there.
Okay.
But by
There we
the
go.
time you all are ready to sleep, you've basically regrouped and you see the same debris that Jini identified.
I think while we were waiting, I think kind of probably be trying to work up the courage to ask Jenny. I'm sure this is hard for you too, but what was she like in combat? Teammate? Oh, Emmy, that is. And you'd hear her like the tears in the back of her throat, just trying to find some positive to look towards.
She was very graceful. So much more graceful than I am in the with Aranthe. She had this weird thing though, where she would try to recreate moves in the things that she would make us watch. We did movie nights. They were I was still captain, but they were very mandatory.
That sounds about right.
Hmm. To be fair, my knowledge of media is still kind of shitty, and it was even worse. So she showed me all the classics. I understand what the Roadhouse is now, and that was her favorite thing.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Hustle, a bunch of other things. Whatever the fuck a Terminator is, things like that. Saw a lot of things, and then she would do them while we were fighting. She got hurt like 40% of the time. Because, Aranthe has 4 legs. Always. So, the moves were never, sometimes they were perfected. They were perfect. I know what a full parry is and stuff now. She always had fun. And missions were always very fun.
Sorry. That's really sweet. Thanks, Jini. I kind of need that. Good to
And-
remember all the positive
And-
things.
Mm-hmm. You should. She talked about you quite a bit. Please. How does she? Please, Jini. Please, can I take this thing and bring it home? And I would say no. My accent's not very good for her, but then you get the point. She just wanted to bring things home. Things that we cut it off. It's so big. That needs to be quarantined. It was a lot of that. Every mission without fail. Can I bring this rock? No, because when we don't have the clearance for it. Can I bring this tentacle? No. Can I bring this egg? I don't think you should be bringing any eggs. One of the movies she showed me, they came out of the chest.
Oh gosh, that one scared me for 2 nights straight. That sounds like her though.
Only fond memories of her. So when you need fondness, you can ask. Though I promise to leave out the very embarrassing details that I know about you.
You'd get like a brief thank and or comms would just you'd hear like the mute kind of cut midway as she'd probably be like sit there crying with her sister's picture in her hand. Good tears, but still painful all the same.
Actually, GM. Can I ask?
Yes.
Because I'm openly talking about Aranthe's ex-partner.
Mm-hmm. How Aranthe
Oh.
feels.
Yes.
Oh, it's a great question. predictably enough, lonely.
I think when I feel that, I'm like, 'cause she's like, she's above me, but
Mhm.
kind of beside me, you know, just based on like length and height here. I
Mhm,
would
mhm.
probably like, I guess I would have to like offer her a hand upwards, you know, to kind of, I'm like trying to comfort her while also through comms comforting Hannah.
Hannah.
Yeah, I have another meme for this, guys. That I'll show you. Send in chat and ruin the vibe entirely. But like the idea is I'm trying to be as comforting as I can because I know that I'm gonna need it soon.
Yeah. I would say you want to just roll empathy.
Yeah. Empathy, empathize.
Empathize.
Yes, yes. Cool. 5.
Okay. Aranthe feels a little bit better. A little bit better. I'm thankful. At the end of day 3, when you all regroup, sleep or start searching immediately.
Oh, no, I'm searching. Even if we have to search in shifts. Like we stay in a quadrant area and search.
Mhm. Is
Of
that
course, I don't know how
everyone?
large a
Feel the
I
same?
would consider a quadrant area.
Yeah, I'd be eager
Shift.
to find something.
Yeah, I want to get our goal completed and go back.
Synchronized group action, please.
Do it, Aki.
Yeah, our host.
This is probably
So,
group analyze.
Oh,
Group analyze.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
all right.
Oh, I'm prepped for that.
Anyone
got
pushing
nothing
them-
in
anyone
analyze.
pushing
Uh,
themselves
go.
or
I'm
can you,
I
gonna-
have one,
Yes.
but I'm gonna push myself.
or
Yeah.
can you use a
I'm gonna
link
push myself
also, or no?
because
That's to your engine's action or to each other's action. If you have links to other people, you can do that too. But otherwise, push
Okay.
yourself.
I'm gonna push myself just because I have no pips in that. So
Yeah.
Me
well,
too.
I have a pip, but I'm gonna push myself anyway. I don't links. It says +1D to allies action.
Yeah, you can't use
Wait,
it
I
for
thought I
yourself.
should have
But if
had
you have a
2
link
of
with someone
those.
else, then you can use that for this also.
That was cocked. So I'm gonna reroll that.
What?
Only had one with Aranthe this time.
5.
And I would say to Hannah, you can add a D, as this, I would say, aligns with your engine's impulse or your engine's virtue.
We can
I think
just
I should have
roll.
had one
Is this
more. I pushed myself.
I don't think there's anything innately powerful about this, but I do think there is something innately serene about this.
Oh.
Oh, so I just take the first one because I just took stars. Would be 4.
You said the virtues, not the
Yeah, the virtues, not the impulse.
impulse. Yep.
But remember that you mark XP when you take actions based on their impulse, so if you think this fits, this does seem very sentimental. In the case of Paladin, then yeah, go for it. Add an XP. Okay, so counting up the rolls. What were the rolls for everyone? 5, 5. Is that 5 for Hannah also?
No, it'd be a 4 because if it was
4.
the
Oh,
first
got it.
2 to
Okay.
4.
So 5, 5, 4. Witty 2, and for Haze. Mandy? What was
I put it in the chat. It's a 4.
sorry. I missed it. 4.
No, it's
There we
okay.
go. Missed it. Okay. Partial success. So no 6s, 1 failure, but you don't take stress when you lead actions, right?
No, I take 1 stress at most,
Okay,
regardless
so
of
you
the
are
number
going to
of
take
people.
1 stress because there was 1 failure, but that is it anyway.
3.
Okay. You
No,
are
that's
all...
good. If you all failed, I still would have only taken 1. That's why I'm like, let me do it, guys.
You are all very tired. But finally, in the distance, it's eventually... Who rolled highest? Who rolled a 5? Esmeray.
2 of us rolled 5s.
Yeah,
Me
Esmeray.
and Jini.
You see the desecrated remains of 2 engines in your scopes, and you go to them, and you see, and you know innately from your engine that this is Arrow and Bell. Jini, you see, and she's barely recognizable. There's arm missing, legs are blown off, most of the torso is gone. Part of the head is there. And the other arm, cradled, just like you knew it would be, around where the cockpit is. A shattered, broken cockpit. Empty and hollow inside of Joan. What is Jini feeling seeing that?
Like, I want to throw up, but I don't, because I don't think I've eaten much. Like, I think I just have like water in my system kind of vibe. It's like when you want to cry but you don't kind of vibe. That's what it is like the whole time. I don't think I can even radio it like in for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Someone else might have to fly by to check on me and be like, oh, there it is. Oops. And radio in for me. Kind of just taking it all in.
Yeah. You all, as you were trained, you've never had to do this before, but you have the cables and equipment to secure engines for retrieval to your engines. And in the beginning of the 4th day, secure them and start to head home. You thankfully have enough fuel to set a course back to the Argo. And it is days to get back, almost as long as it was to find them. In total, you're gone for a week, a little bit longer than a week, actually. And when you see the Argo has maintained its course, it comes as a shock because you didn't get any radio communications about it. But you see that the Argo has a giant hole in the side of it. A whole section of the right side of the ship has been cleaved off. And there are people spacewalking, repairing it. And that is where we will leave off
What the fuck?
today.
Fuck.
What the fuck, Frank?
We're gone leave. for 1 week. We're gone for 5 minutes. Oh, Lord.
That's it. Close enough.
Close
What part of the
Inquisitor,
ship? What
bucket,
part of the ship?
trespasser,
Do we
quote,
know?
let's go.
You could
Don't
probably
like that.
guess what caused it.
But, like, what part of the ship?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it inhabited? Is it?
Yeah.
it was definitely inhabited.
Oh,
This
no.
much of the ship missing
Oh, Bishop
means
was in it.
probably hundreds of thousands of people have died.
Oh no. Do we know
Why
what
wouldn't-
sector
why
that would
wouldn't-
be?
Yeah, I was gonna
Like
say.
what kind? Like who? What type? Like you know what I mean? Were they
Let's roll. let's
engineer
see.
sector or like I don't know? Was it
Yeah,
our
I wanna
quarters?
know
I don't
as
know.
well.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna write down the results. All right, 1
like this. I
Vanguard,
don't like this.
2 Research,
I don't like
3 Civilian, 4
Hot dog
Residential,
stand. Chat.
5 Administration, 6.
Aren't other pilots?
Oh, there are.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Jesus
there's other
Christ.
squads. We're not the only. Yeah, chat. To
just the
clarify,
coolest.
we are not the only engine.
They are not the
pilot.
only engine pilots.
There are other squads that are
We're
that
just
are on the Argo for the same purposes we are. We're just the best. Of the best.
It is primarily the section of Vanguard with some civilian quarters.
Shit, my parents don't live there, do they?
And since we're zooming out away from the game, players, if you go to Under the Sea of Stars, there's a section of mechanics that addresses this very thing, and you'll be wondering why this happened. How could this happen to me? You'll find out quickly, and I'll talk about it more when we get off. That's gonna do
like
it for
I hate
us
this.
tonight. If you have enjoyed
our
being
stuff.
sad with us all, I hope you had a great time being sad. Please follow the stream for more sadness in the springtime. And please join our Discord, discord.gg/MandieRPG. If you would like even more sadness, political intrigue, bloodthirstiness, betrayal, then join us on Friday for Ancestral Blood, the series finale of our VTM Chronicle run by Tracy Miss Magitek. It's going to be great. I'm going to be watching. I hope they all suffer and that the hunters and the werewolves win. That's what I want. Down with the
Right.
kindred. We will be back in 1 week. Happier episodes with smooches, I'm sure. Thank you all for... I don't even believe that. Thank you for joining us. I hope you've had fun, and we'll see you all next time.
Sorry.
Give us smooches.
Perfect strangers, just the two of us. 침묵 속에 대화 till the sun down. 말하지 않아도 만지지 않아도 알 수 있는 사람도 있구나. After all, we are lonely souls. 덩그러니까 다른 fishbowl 속에 던져진 물고기들 말이처럼. But right now, honey, we don't have to go and feel lonely. From now I am with you only. to be together.